Let me get over here real quick and get these massive 6 wrecks pulled in. And then we can move on to the next mission here. There we go, now that they're started. Yep, we have Crystal Dream Shattered. This is actually a fairly high paying one for level 3s. It's 1305 LP. I have to fly something smaller than a battleship, so good thing I am in an assault cruiser. It is versus Amarr, which means that we will lose standings against Amarr by doing this mission, but that's okay. I don't really care too terribly much. My Amarr standings are already horrible. If you've watched my previous nights, I've already lost around 30% of my standing with them already, so not a real big deal. And this one is in the next system over, so we're just going to set the destination here before we close the window this time so we can get straight there. Try to loot all these wrecks before they explode so I don't have to watch them near as close. And I can just get this missioning set done. So we're going to switch to our gates tab here, and we're just going to jump right in. The nice thing about the system that I'm in tonight is that all of the gates that you're typically going to go through are very, very close to the station, so it doesn't take long to get back and forth from your missions or to your missions. It makes things very, very quick to get through. Now this is also going to be a tag mission. This is not going to be a mission that actually pays us a bounty for actually killing them, and because of that, that means we do have to sell the tags later. I typically sell my tags about once a week when I have over 100 of each. Just tends to be how it works out very, very nicely for me. So far we're not doing too bad. We're up to 22.4 million in salvage, plus the few million that we've been paid in bounties already, and the few million that we made off the few missions that we've done here. So we are just kind of pounding right through these tonight without too much of a fit. Now after this one, hopefully our salvage value will go up quite a bit, just due to the fact of the type of ships that are out here that we have to kill. Now it does appear that on this one we have an acceleration gate, so this is going to be a multi-pocketed area. We're going to go ahead and unlock the acceleration gate that we did not mean to lock up, and we'll just use our short range here since these guys are all fairly close. And we'll just go ahead and get right on started with these mercenaries. Like I said, this is against Amarr, so at some point we are going to have some Amarr guys. I can't imagine that they're all going to be mercenaries. And since we are in a whole new section, we are going to just repost our link to Twitch and see if we can't get anybody else to come in and join our fun tonight. As you can see, they are shooting at our drones now, and mercenaries do a lot of explosive damage, so they're actually going to do some damage even though the sentries are quite small. It's just kind of how that goes. Now that all those guys are out of the first room, we can go ahead and start heading towards that first gate. And we'll stop here and check to make sure there's nothing we can blow up, which there isn't, so we're going to go ahead and just approach that gate, and when we get there we're going to go right on through. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my salvager to pick up the few that are here, just to get that done as well. just so that we're staying caught up on the salvaging run here. Pull up our Twitter feed here real quick and make sure that we don't have any new tweets, and we do not right now, so you guys are not taking advantage of that. That's okay. You don't have to. It's just one of those things that's kind of fun if you do. One of the easiest ways to get to being able to tweet me at CTV99Lives is if you go to my website, and on the right-hand side, right underneath the top video, you will see a Twitter feed, and from there you can just message me directly from there. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and go on in with our heavy assault cruiser, and while it's doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and lock up the 6 wrecks that we had here and get them pulled in while our salvaging ship starts making its way towards that gate. We are not going to send him through. We're going to get him towards that gate. It looks like we only have 1 guy so far in this room, so we're going to have to see what happens here. I do not see that we have any acceleration gates in here, so it must be a very short run. We're just going to take out this terrorist very, very quickly and get him gone. As you can see, we just got a whole bunch more overlords in and some frigates as well, so we're going to get them locked up and get started on them as well. We actually have some wingmen coming in here pretty close, so we're going to try to get them taken out here before they get in too terribly close. Hopefully I can before they start repping up all of the damage that I am doing. So we might just leave that mercenary wingman and get these fighters out of the list while they're still a little bit further away. Because the one thing that sentries do not do well is they do not kill things that are sitting on top of them very well. So we try to make sure that we're moving their damage around to things they can actually hit. And this wingman should go back out just a little bit, and as he does, then we can switch to actually hitting him. We have a couple of overlords in here, so this might be a little bit interesting, as I'm not specifically tanked for this damage, so I think we're going to go ahead and return those, and we're going to drop out some lights real quick and take out this wingman so he's not doing damage to our drones. And then we'll go back to our sentries and let them just finish this off here. Zoom out here just a little bit. There we go. That guy is done, so we're going to get him returned up. We just got some more mercenary lieutenants in. Those are the cruiser class or battle cruiser class. And we're going to go ahead and launch out our short-range sentries here, and we're going to start taking these guys out as well. Now, I tend to leave the battleships for last. It's just how I like to play. It's up to each person's individual preference on how you want to do that and how that makes sense to you. There is no right or wrong way. It's all in you managing the damage that is coming in at your ship. And I'm not going to tell you that there's one right way or one wrong way. It really does just boil down to how you want to take care of that particular damage. Let me go ahead and get my guns here started. I should have switched my ammo to something much closer range, but that's okay. As soon as it rotates again, then I will change my damage type up some here. Get my fusion back in so I can do quite a bit more damage to these guys. Now they're sitting right on top of me, so now at this point my guards are going to miss just a little bit, but they are a big enough signature that I still will be hitting, just maybe not quite as well or as much as I would like. That's where our guns come into play and allows us to hit just to give that little bit of extra damage to go ahead and get them just right off the list here. So as soon as my guns cycle again here, I can get them onto this guy here as well. And then we can just start taking him right on out. And as you can see, they were all killed in a fairly short range here, so... And there we go. And I'm getting a little blank over here, so that probably means we've completed it now. Do a quick scan. We have. There's nothing else there to do. So let's take a quick peek and see if there's any buildings. We do not have any buildings in this one either. So we're going to go ahead and return our drones. And then we're going to go ahead and go turn this one right back in. And actually on this one I expected it to have Amarr in it, but unfortunately it looks like we only got Mercenaries. So it must just lower Amarr standings or something, but we did not have any actual Amarr ships. I think I would have actually preferred the Amarr ships. They're a little bit tougher to kill and a little bit more fun in the long run. So here we go. We're going to go turn this one in. We've already got our salvaging ship in the final room, so we can just turn it straight away in as soon as we get there. And then we can see what we get for the next one. Yep, so far we did not get any tags out of these guys, so must not have been a good tag mission. So there we go, that gets that one all turned in.